Right, and we're live.
Nice.
Hello.
Mm.
Hey, Deb. Nice to see you.
Good
Oh,
evening. And
oh,
the sun is shining.
it's even on me. Look. Ta-da.
Ta-da! Me too. Look at that. The sun really is out.
It really
Yeah.
does exist.
Yeah, it really does. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, it really does exist. Yeah.
Oh, cool. So, so welcome, people. I see people are starting to arrive. If you click the link that's in the description and post a comment, then we'll see your name. But yeah, if you're here, do comment, say hello. And it'd be lovely to see who's joining us on this beautiful late spring evening. So first up, Steph. Hey, Steph. You thought it was not on. Yeah, there might have been a slight delay due to some doggy shenanigans. Very briefly, one of my dogs has got a bit of a sore on, and she's wearing the cone of shame. When she goes near the other one, he growls at her. So I have to manage that in a tight space. But there we go. Lovely Steph. Oh,
Stephanie, is Stephanie a friend of yours, Dan? Because I have a friend in America called Stephanie, so I'm wondering if it's Stephanie from
oh,
America.
oh! It might be Stephanie from America, or it might be someone who's done my Cacao Mastery course. So post and let us
Aha!
know.
You let us know where you're from.
Oh, yes, I'm on YouTube and Facebook. Sorry to hear about your dog. Thank you. She'll be
Oh,
fine. It just needs a few days of her not licking it. So who else? Barbara. Hello. Nice to see you today. Nice to see you too, Barbara. So if you're not someone that we immediately recognise and know, if you post and say
yeah,
where you're connecting from, that would be awesome. Just so we can get a
yeah,
feel for who's where.
yeah.
Fiona, lovely to see you too, Fiona. Oh, thumbs up
Hey,
from Deb.
Fee.
That sounds like someone you know. And I'm just going to put a comment in. If you want to join us, that's on this. I've just added a comment. That one there. So that should be in the comment lead. If you want to join us on screen, click that link, and we won't be
Come and
offended
join
if
us
you
on
don't want to.
screen.
But do it.
But
Do
come
it.
on, do it! Like in the celebration that is Mama Cacao. Yeah, we'd love to see your faces.
So hey, Amy from London. Great to see you. Thanks for coming. Lois. Hey, Lois. Lois and Keith. First time. So Lois and Keith came to a chocolate making workshop that Paul and I were running a little while ago, last month, I think it was. And I think it's safe to say Mama Cacao has grabbed Lois by the heart, actually. And
By
she's
the
just
hips.
by the hips, by the heart, by the mouth, by the taste buds. And she's not letting go of you, Lois, is she? So really good to see you here. Yes, it is Stephanie Edward who's done my Cacao Mastery course. So yeah, hey
Okay.
Stephanie.
And Steph, you have a sister in California.
So Lois, West Sussex, cool. Barbara in London, Londinium. And Lois, first time on Facebook. Whoa, that's brave. Well done.
Yeah.
So the plan for this evening, as always with me and Deb, things are kind of a little bit loose in what the flow is going to exactly unfold. And it is going to be something along the lines of, in a minute, we'll connect, open our space, come together in that sacred space, drink our cacao. So if you've got your cacao ready, hold fire drinking it just yet, if you can. And then I'm going to lead us on a journey to connect with the elements of earth and water, which is going to be a bit of a new one for me. I've not done one quite like this before, so looking forward to seeing what comes. And yeah, always happy and keen to hear people's feedback and experiences of the journey if you've got anything, but we'll come to that in a bit. So yeah, over to you, Deb, to set the space and welcome us all into the place.
I just thought I'd kick back and put my feet up, as you were doing so beautifully, as always. And I was
no
like,
hurry,
girls,
no hurry, no pressure.
Yeah. And I was tuning in today, and I was like, it was just something that I wanted to bring, and I was like, bring some beautiful breath. And then I was like, hold on a minute, we're not doing air yet. We'll do that on the next journey. So I just before we call in, I just wanted to really simple stuff, guys. You may or may not know, but we can always have these sacred elements around us. So I've just got my little bottle of sacred water, and in there is water from Chalice Well at Glastonbury, from the sacred spring at St Abbas. It's a feminine spring. If you ever get the opportunity to go down there, ladies, and bathe your yonis, it's a really beautiful place to do that. Maybe a little bit too much information, and a little bit of lavender. So just you can just come in before you get ready. And you can always just little simple, beautiful rituals that you can add before you make your intention and your connection with Mama Cacao. So that was it. So I'm going to virtually cleanse you all. So that was the element of water. And I remembered earlier, a really nice movement that's really grounding. And as Dan's going to take us on a journey to the earth, maybe to the core of the earth, I thought I'd show you a little move. And you can do this move anywhere at any time other than when you're driving. So you're welcome to do it with me, or you can watch me. And it's just 3 times. Let me pull you back so you can see. Move the table. So it's a really lovely grounding exercise. Great to do with the kids as well. So it goes something like this. Ha! All right. So if you're not sat down and you can stand up, we'll do it 2 more times together. Ready, Dan?
I'll try my best.
1, 2, 3. Ha! Ha! Great, you might need to turn the speakers down one more time. Ha! Beautiful.
Love it.
So that's it. Anywhere, any place other than when you're driving. Really simple little grounding exercise. So let's just, I'm out of breath now. Let's just take a few moments. Bring our hands over our hearts. You can bring the palms in prayer, or just hold the hands over the chest. Center of the heart here, that lovely vortex of unconditional love. And then when you're ready, just close your eyes. And we'll just take a few breaths together. Just soften the face, and just, actually, let's just give the jaw a little wiggle. And then just allow that jaw just to settle, yeah. And then we'll just gently bring the lips together. Good, and then let's take a breath. So Dan, especially for you, because I know you had a little bit of drama going on before we stepped into space. So big, beautiful breath. Inhale. And exhale. Really nice. And again, nice big sigh. Let's let that stale air out. Inhale together. Lush. One more of those. So I call in on the direction of the north, that element of air, and exactly that, we just did it. We took an in-breath and an out-breath. the prana, the life force, like the power. You know, we enter this life with our first breath and we leave our life with our last breath. And it could be said that life is just a series of uninterrupted breaths. And with that breath, we call in the great winds of the north, that invisible force of nature. That nature blows gently and ferociously across this land. So we welcome that, like just, welcome in that invisible force. And my friend, the eagle, we call on you, powerful eagle. We ask that you bring your 360 degrees vision. We ask for your clarity. We ask for your keen sight. We ask for your strength. And mostly we ask that you support us in seeking and living our truth. We're ready, so ready to soar with you, to soar, to expand our consciousness, to see from new heights. We welcome your change, we welcome your rebirth, and we welcome your renewal. Hail and welcome, element of air. And if you'd all join me in saying that together, so we're all partaking. Hail and welcome, element of air. And symbolically, we'll turn together to the right, to the direction of the east, to the element of fire. Shh. Fire, bring us your sacred transformation. We welcome you to warm our hearts and warm our bellies, to ignite our creativity and our passions. We welcome your fun. Oh, we welcome your fun and celebration and your sense of adventure. For yours is the flame that illuminates our path. We welcome the sun. We welcome the solar masculine drive. And we ask that your Agni, your tapas, burn that no longer serves. We ask and we hope and we pray that you encourage us to shine. Hail and welcome, element of fire, together. Hail and welcome, element of fire. And symbolically, we'll turn together to the right to face the direction of the self, the element of water. We are born in the primordial waters, the amniotic fluid of our mother's womb. You know, water symbolizes the whole of potentiality, the source of all possible existence. From the vast ocean, you know, nothing calms our mind more than the sweet, soft sounds of the gentle waves kissing the shore. From the flow of the rivers and the streams to the sacred springs, we ask that you cleanse us, that you purify us, that you recharge us. Mother Moon, we call on you as we turn inwards. We welcome the yin, the feminine essence, the softness, the receptivity. And we ask that you deepen our connection to our emotions. Hail and welcome, element of water. Hail and welcome, element of water. And then finally, as we symbolically turn to the right, to face the direction of the west, as we call in the element of earth. Pachamama, Gaia, great mother goddess, she who is known by so many names. This majestic giant organism that you are, you house all of us. We all walk on your back. You are a living being and we are part of you. Thank you for everything. You know, you are home. You sustain us. for the forests, for the trees, for the mycelium, for the mushrooms and all of those little fungi that allow the plants to be luscious so we can feed off you. You are forever endlessly giving. We thank you. And we stand, and we are taking a stand for you, Mother Earth. Hail and welcome, element of earth. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome, element
of earth.
Of earth.
And over to you, beautiful beings that are with us this evening and following us whenever you are, just to really call in whoever you wish to call in. You may wish to call in the ancestors, the galactic families. You may wish to call in your loved ones, your friends. So just take a few moments, whether that's intentionally and quietly to yourself, or whether you wish to speak it out loud. And this is a time to honor and invite those in that maybe would benefit from being in circle with us, the ceiling, from the ceiling. Beautiful, love that, on the ceiling and the healing. And just take a few more moments. Sometimes we forget people and then they just kind of like pop up. So hail and welcome all of those gorgeous beings that you've invited in to circle and sacred space this evening. Blessed be, and so it is. I'm going to hand the cacao drinking over to you, Dan.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Deb. That was beautiful. Yeah, really beautiful. Thank you. So invite everyone, if you've got some cacao ready, take a moment to really hold it in your hands and feel the warmth, smell the aroma. Before taking this medicine into your body, really begin to connect through your other senses other than taste. Really sending out an invitation from your heart through your body, through your aura into the cup. Connecting with Mama Cacao and really begin that process, that journey of opening to him. We send a prayer of gratitude to the winds of the four directions. We ask they blow keenly and smoothly through our lives. We ask for the grace and humility to remember to let go. Let go so that we can truly live in the magic and the mystery that is life. We take that first drink together. And we send a prayer of gratitude to Father Sky and to Mother Earth. As we two-leggeds, we sit between them. And we ask for the grace and the humility to remember our divine connection, our divine nature. We take that next drink together. We send a prayer of gratitude to Mama Cacao. All she offers us, all the beautiful teachings and healings, the opportunity for transformation, the playfulness, the joy, the laughter, the tenderness. And we really ask for the grace and the humility to remember her greatest teaching, to be heart-centered beings, to live from that heart space. And we extend that prayer of gratitude to all the men and women who've been involved in tending the trees and harvesting the crop, processing the beans into the paste that we get to sit with in ceremony. all those men and women who've had a part in that journey. And so too to the wisdom keepers who've kept the deeper knowledge of cacao alive. And through their teachings and their sharings, they enable so many of us to be able to connect with this beautiful medicine from so far away. We take our next drink together.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if you haven't finished your cacao, like I have, carry on drinking as you feel drawn to.
Mm.
I say the sort of the intention, the theme for tonight is about an elemental journey to earth and water. And in part, this has come from the gathering that Deb and I have got planned and are putting together for July, which is going to be an elemental heart gathering, cow gathering. And we're going to be connecting in with all the elements then. And it's kind of inspired by that, really, to connect in with two elements this time. So we've gone with earth and water. And as when Deb was setting the space and honoring the directions, connecting with the elements, we sort of touched on some of the essences of the different elements. And earth and water. Water is very much connected with the emotions, the fluidity of our emotions. The transient nature of them, the fact that they flow through us, and we can't hold on to, and we can't resist our emotions. As much as we try, they will wind their way into our being and through us and express themselves, whether we like it or not sometimes. And so the teachings of water is to really to honor and connect with our emotions. And then earth, it's that real visceral physicality of life. We're made of the earth. Everything around us comes from the earth. So it's that real physical aspect of creation, that physical aspect of our own lives. And we can hold things in our bodies. Sometimes we hold emotions in our bodies rather than letting them flow. And when we hold those emotions in our bodies, usually that leads to some form of dis-ease, expresses in one form or another. So our bodies are great indicators of what's going on for us. Are you feeling tension? Are you feeling a tingling? Are you feeling nothing in different parts of your body? Use your body as a guide as to what's going on for you, what may need attention, what part of you maybe you've been neglecting. So those are the initial thoughts that came as I'm sat here about earth and water. Anything bubbling up for you, Deb?
Yeah, just kind of. I'm just feeling like I'd like you to take us on a spontaneous journey to the ocean.
No pressure.
Put you on a little emotional platform there. Yeah, that's just kind of what come through.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Maybe.
So
Yeah.
we will go on a journey.
Yay.
So the invitation is to get comfortable, however that looks for you. So it may be sat there, it may be laying down. You may want to put an eye cover over, however you're comfortable going on some form of journey or a guided meditation. And just really encourage you to allow yourself to be taken and be guided by my words, by the drum and the rattle. And also, if you completely go off somewhere else, that's all completely fine. Whatever I say and the noises that I make, they're a guide, and you can completely go somewhere else. And that is completely and utterly fine and quite common when doing these sorts of journeys. So there is no right or wrong. And if you get a little bit of your mind, sort of that little bit on your shoulder probably, which is sort of like giving you little chirps in the back of your head saying this is stupid or you're making it up, just acknowledge it, say yes, you're right, and then carry on. Because in my experience, that's one of the best ways of stepping past that. So yeah, get comfortable. Find yourselves in a comfortable place. And as you do, I encourage you to become aware of your breathing without forcing your breathing. So however is breathing coming through naturally for you. I really encourage you to just be with that. And as you continue with those breaths, sinking down through your head, to your throat, to your heart, all the way down into your belly. With each breath, you're sinking a little further from your head down into your heart space. If you haven't already, I invite you to close your eyes as we're leaving this time and this place. Find yourself walking along a beach. Sand underneath your feet, pressing through your toes. To one side, the water, the waves washing up on the shore. The sound of the water crashing and gurgling. Seabirds whirling and calling overhead. And on your other side, there's a range of cliffs. There's no path that leads up to the top. Simply the craggy rock, tufts of grass here and there. Feel the warmth of the sun as it's gently lowering in the sky. A gentle breeze from the sea, cooling your skin. And as you continue your journey across the sand, you glance behind you, your footsteps that have been left behind you. The path goes back into the distance of where you've come from. And all you see ahead of you is the beach stretching into the distance. The waves rolling in, their rhythm, the noise, the smell of the salt in the air. And the gentleness of the sand between your toes. And as you continue your journey along the beach, looking at the rocks of the cliff, entrance to a cave, and you're drawn towards it. And you pause before stepping in, looking around. You see not another soul on the beach, only the seabirds swirling and calling, darting. And your heartstrings tug, and they draw you to venture into the cave. As you step into the cave, you feel the change in the air, the slight dampness of the rocks all around you, the temperature lowering slightly. The gentle coolness across your skin. You continue to venture deeper into the cave. As you head further into its depths, you realize the ground is dipping down into the earth. And the cave is the start of a tunnel. A tunnel that leads down into the earth. And feeling no fear, your heartstrings, they continue to tug and draw you. And as you continue the path deeper into the earth, the darkness surrounding you, still feeling no fear. As your eyes become accustomed to the darkness, you realize it's not quite as dark as you imagined. There's a faint shimmering and glimmering in the rocks around you, like a crystalline seam that runs through the rocks, heading deeper into the earth. As you continue further still, the tunnel turns a bend. When it ends abruptly, it opens into a giant cavern that's glistening with crystals, the shining of crystals all around. Great spires of stalagmites and stalactites. Paths illuminated by the light of crystals. And as you begin to explore, you take some time to really find what part of this cavern is drawing you in. You see little hollows off to one side. You see open spaces with little stalactites and stalagmites in the way, just a clear open space. There are parts which seem to have thousands of columns glistening in the crystal light. And there's an electric blue pool of water. You continue to explore what part draws you in? What part of this magical realm calls to your heart? And as you find your place, to your surprise, there's a being waiting for you. And they welcome you warmly to this place with a curiosity in their voice. And they ask you a simple question. Why are you here? Why are you here? What is your answer for this being that is waiting for you in this magical cave? Why are you here? And you can take the opportunity to ask this being a question that sits deep in your heart. A question that is there, simmering away. And perhaps the question that is most difficult to find, the question that's most difficult to ask. What wisdom does this being have for you? How does their answer give you guidance? And when you feel your time with this being has come to a close, you offer them gratitude and thank them for their time and their wisdom, their guidance. And you continue to explore this cavern. What other part has drawn you? you find your way to this next space in this cavern, whether it's the pool of water, the open space, the columns, the small room off to one side. As you settle into this new part of this space, you see a small chest up on the ground. There's a key in the lock. And as you feel drawn, you undo the lock and open this chest. And there's a gift waiting inside for you. A gift that you will know the meaning of. Even if it's not conscious, you know, at some depths within you, you will know exactly what this gift means and why it has been revealed at this time. And as you place this gift around your neck or into a pocket, you're ready to take it from this place as you leave. Offering your thanks and your gratitude to this space. You leave the cavern. You step back onto the path. There's a tunnel leading you back upwards, upwards, upwards. The tunnel gently illuminated by the crystal seam. Tunnel that opens into the cave. You begin to hear the sound of the waves crashing upon the shore. As you come to the edge of the cave, the sand upon your feet, call of the birds overhead. You simply watch the beauty of the sun setting beyond the ocean. Take 3 slow breaths as you come back to this time and this place. And when you're ready, stretch your arms, your legs, open your eyes and come back. Welcome back, everybody.
Everybody made it back.
Some ocean and some earth. So if anybody has any comments about their journey that they feel drawn to share, please do. And if not, simply sit with whatever journey you've been on. Allow the messages to continue to unfold for you.
And remember, if you were given a gift from the chest, that you can, you can draw that gift, you can make that gift, find that gift, or just call that gift back in at any point whilst you're journeying or meditating or walking or drinking cacao. Yeah, I was given a disc. At first I thought it was like a biscuit, kind of like a really tasty biscuit, but it was actually, which would probably resonate because I'm on no carbs at the moment. But it was, clearly was a disc, and it had a symbol on the front, kind of like 3 legs, but yeah. So interesting. I'm actually going to draw it after. Yeah, sit with that.
Thanks, Deb.
Yeah.
Often that quiet space after a journey. Oh, excuse me. So Lois, thank you. That was amazing. Oh, bless you, Lois. Yeah, journeying can be an interesting experience, that's for sure. Everyone's gone quiet.
Everyone's gone quiet. Everyone's gone off to have a bath. That would be a really nice way to finish your evening, actually. Just go and just have like a full immersion in a really nice bath or a shower and have a nice cleanse as the sun sets. Yeah.
I might go and have a sauna.
Oh. I would go and have a sauna. Well, you're not allowed. We haven't done the fire element tonight.
It's water.
Ah,
So Lois totally chilled
ah,
now. Yeah,
lovely.
that's good, Lois.
How
Yeah,
how are
everybody
you doing,
really.
Fiona? Are you still with us? Or are you asleep? Oh,
And thank you from Barbara.
you're
You're
welcome.
welcome.
Yeah,
Mm.
thank you. Thank you. Well, just a little promo before we close and say our goodbyes. If you haven't seen already, Dan and I are offering and collaborating a lovely 3-day retreat on my sacred land in Oxfordshire. And yeah, I'm very up, fiery, woohoo energy. We've got the lovely grounding, earthy energy of Dan. So a really nice elemental mix to play with and be in the space of. Yeah, and we're just really calling in the elements through Mama Cacao, but just keeping it really simple with just allowing the connection and the community and yeah, and the messages to come through. So we'll be outside in the elements. We have some teepees on the land, and close to where I live is a very powerful sacred site called Dragon Hill, and we'll be going up there for some expression. And yeah, and just really connecting with the elements up there. So what else did I want to say about that? Yeah, just really excited. First time Dan and I would have worked together in the flesh, as it were, and just know that it's gonna flow and be really fabulous. So if you want to join us, yeah, do. Thanks.
Yeah, and absolutely, really looking forward to it. And I think the big part of it for me is really about connecting with the land, being on the land, and really hearing and feeling the messages coming from the land through the elements, and really sort of like tapping into sort of what these isles here have to say, what they have to say to us, what messages and teachings and depth they are offering. I think that's something that is a big part of my journey at the moment, is really connecting to these isles and really finding a way back to that space. So yeah, really looking forward to it. I should remember the date offhand. It is
July the 5th to the 7th.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's in Oxfordshire, and if you want to have if you want to Google the Uffington White Horse and Dragon Hill, just to get a sense of what the energy is like up there on the Ridgeway, the ancient procession way, check it out. It's yeah, it's the highest point in Oxfordshire as well.
So Fiona is still here.
She is.
Still with you, thank you. Just having a relaxed moment with your cat. Lovely. So, you want to close the space, Deb?
Yeah, love to. So let's just close our eyes for a few more moments, and just rub the hands on the body. Just make that connection with our skin, with the lushness of we are. And I'm just gonna do a super fast close. A little bit of just a little bit of tapping, just to have ourselves here present in the moment. So thanking everyone and everything, and Mama Cacao and Pachamama and all of the directions and all of the elements. And yeah, just really thanking the element of the air. Just, yeah, thank you for all of your gifts. Element of air, hail and farewell, element of air, and moving over to the east, to the fire, for your gifts of sacred transformation. Hail and farewell, element of fire, to the south, to the water. I got a feeling we might still be swimming and bathing a little bit in our waters this evening, but for now, hail and welcome, hail and farewell, element of water. I think the water wanted to stay around. Actually, I'm gonna allow her to sit there for a little bit longer. And then Gaia, Pachamama, Mother Earth. We thank you so much, so much for all that you provide. Hail and farewell, Mother Earth. I thank you guys and Dan and the dogs. Sounds like Paula's in the background doing the dishes. Thank all of those guys for just allowing us to have this opportunity to just come together. It's so sacred and so simple and so sacred and so beautiful that we can be connected. And you know, I know we all have our kind of stories and opinions about social media, but you know, when we use it for light and we use it for community, it can be such a great tool and a resource. So I thank you all. Namaste.
Thank you, Deb. Thank you, everyone. Go well. Have a beautiful evening. See you again.
Night, night.